Chapter 1. The Prince arrives. Not long before Miss Priscilla Tempest quite possibly saved British democracy, she found herself atop the roof of the Savoy Hotel, having her picture taken, listening to Anthony Armstrong-Jones observe, "It's London, 1968. A new and exciting time in this city. All bets are off. Everyone is either married, gay, or a Russian agent." "Which of those are you?" inquired Priscilla. She was posed in her Kelly green Mary Quant mini dress, so that her lovely long legs were on full display. Her russet blonde-tipped locks had been softened and shaped to perfection by Kenneth Jackie Kennedy's hairdresser during his current London visit. Behind her, the graceful curve of the Thames, from Tower Bridge to Westminster, was a misty backdrop, perfect for the photo Armstrong-Jones, everyone called him Tony, had in mind. "I'm not a Russian agent, although God knows it's just about the only thing the tabloids haven't accused me of," he stated, peering through the lens of his Leica camera. Armstrong-Jones, who suffered under the weight of being known to all as Lord Snowdon, the short, blonde, devilishly handsome husband of Princess Margaret, had been hired by the Savoy to photograph daily life at the world's most famous hotel. As head of the Savoy's press office, Priscilla was tasked with assisting him in any way he saw fit, so that his photos reflected the protective fortress of luxury that the Savoy had established over its long and illustrious history. There was the real world beyond the imposing statue of Count Peter of Savoy. And then there was the world of elegance and calm and reason, and discretion, that existed within the walls of the hotel. Here there was no bad news. Here the impossible was always possible. Here everything was as it should be and always had been. If for some reason it wasn't, that deficiency was soon corrected by the attentive staff. With 3 staff members in the service of each guest, it was said. Occasionally, however, despite the staff's best efforts, the miseries of life intruded. Priscilla was soon to learn the truth of this. For the time being, though, she was preoccupied with the complications of dealing with a particularly feisty and amorous member of the royal family. "Well, that's good news," Priscilla said carefully. "Your wife will be relieved. The point I'm trying to make is that there are no labels now," Armstrong-Jones continued, his blue eyes glinting mischievously as he approached her, holding out a light meter as if offering a gift. "You are what you need to be at any given moment in time, depending on your mood and the circumstances." He bent down, moving around the light meter so that he was able to easily kiss Priscilla's neck. She flinched away, groaning inwardly. "Don't," she said aloud. He moved back, smiling. "The circumstances called for it," he explained. "The pale, irresistible exquisiteness of your neck demanded a kiss. My mood calls for allowing you, against my better judgment, I might add, to take my picture, nothing more. Besides," she added pointedly, "you may not be a Russian agent, but you are a married man." "A harried man," said Armstrong-Jones, leaning in for another kiss. That was the moment Susie Gore-Langton, Priscilla's assistant in the press office, chose to make her appearance. Already out of breath, eyes wide with alarm, growing to saucer size when she spied Armstrong-Jones at Priscilla's neck. "Priscilla!" Susie cried. Priscilla sprang away, as though she had just heard a warning gunshot. She gathered herself together enough to say, "What is it, Susie?" "Mr. Banville is waiting in the front hall," she announced breathlessly. Susie usually announced everything breathlessly. "Prince Teodoro, Duke of Vento, is due to arrive. Mr. Banville demands your presence." "Duke of Vento," Armstrong-Jones said dismissively. "An Italian duke? There's no such thing." "I am simply following orders," Susie said. "The Duke is to be greeted in the front hall by Mr. Banville, accompanied by Priscilla." "Phony princes," Armstrong-Jones went on with a sneer. "Accompany me along the Strand, ladies, and I will introduce you to real English princes, all of them grovelling at the royal trough, boring lads. But the real thing. He gave Priscilla a mischievous look. Tell you what, Priscilla, I'll set you up with a prince. You can marry him, and that way you will become princess of the Savoy. You can thank me, and we will have an affair. No thanks, Priscilla said. I'm not the marrying type. I'm afraid, prince or no prince. Oh, and I should add, I didn't have affairs with married men. You don't. Armstrong Jones feigned surprise. I'd heard rumors that there was one girl in London who doesn't sleep with married men. Now I know who she is. I wouldn't mind marrying a prince, Susie said hopefully. Tony put his arm around her waist. How about a lord? Susie smiled and said, That's right, you are a lord. Lord Snowdon. Then she frowned. But a married lord. Why does everyone always have to remind me? Groused Armstrong Jones. Narrated by Carly Owen.